5.5 years, 11 trophies. Can you try and sum up what it's been like to be a Manchester City player?
Well, I'm so glad, to have part of a big project in the beginning. When I talk with Pep, and I accept, and then believe on him, on the team, on the club. And then after these 5, almost 6 years here, I think the right decision I did in my career, my life. And then, sometimes like this, you have to move on. You have to try something new. You have to try to in another place to be happy as well. But I think we as a team, we did so well in this almost 6 years together. I cry, I laughing, I lose, I lost, and I won as well. So yeah, I was very, very, very happy, more than sad.
And how much do you feel you've improved as a player from the 19-year-old who joined the club to where you are now?
Well, I was 19 when I come, and then everything was new for me. And then today I feel home. Today I can talk. Today I can go, out, and then I know the country. I will miss a little bit Manchester because, like I said, I spent almost 6 years here, and then I know everything. So yeah, I think I'm a better player and better person as well.
And how much of an influence did Pep Guardiola have on that improvement as a player? He's been the manager the whole time you've been here. So what sort of influence has he had on you as a player? I
come with 19, so I was so young. I'm still young, of course, but I was young. And then, I didn't know nothing about football when I started to play here. I started to train with him, with the guys, I was thinking, I know football, but it's a different type of football, I learned a lot, and like I said, I was so happy here in my time here, and then yeah, I'm glad to have part of this history.
You've touched on it already, but how much are you going to miss both the club and the city of Manchester itself?
Well, I'm always saying the truth, I was so happy here, more than sad, and then now is a new challenge, new club, new seat, new everything. So I have to accept the past, live there, It's always in my mind, of course, I never will forget everything I lived here. Now I move on, move on. I'm so glad. I'm so grateful with the club, with the players, with the staff, with the coach, with everyone. I think I was a good person, as always, here with everyone. If someday I did something with someone, I say sorry. I think, now it's time to move on, and then City will be in my heart forever.
Well, you're definitely going to be in the hearts of everyone at the club and all the fans. I think one of the many qualities you have that the fans see is your hard work, your dedication and your professionalism. How important are those qualities in your game, that idea of always giving 100% all the time?
I think this come from me, come from inside. Since the day one I started to play football, I'm like this, I don't change this. And then I'm glad to know this. So I'm happy when people say that, because, show you who you are. And then I'm not surprised, obviously, because I knew this since day one I started to play football. So yeah, I just say thank you for the fans, because sometimes you can play, but you cannot stay in one position. You have to run, you have to try. So I'm like this.
And just going through some of your key moments in a City shirt, you obviously made your debut against Tottenham as a late sub, and then a few weeks later, got your first goal against West Ham. What are your memories from those first few months at the club?
Well, I think one of the moments I think only me and Lorenzo know was in the first training session, only me and him alone on the pitch. You know, he goes in my hotel to pick me up, and then we come to training ground and did a lot of works, you know, before I start with the team. I remember everything, and this makes me like, wow, was good moment, you know, I live it, that's the most important.
And when you joined the club, Sergio Aguero was obviously already an established member of the squad. As a young player in those early years, what was your relationship like with him, and what did you kind of learn from him, if anything?
Well, like you said, Sergio Aguero is still the king of City, you know, for me one of the best ever and in this history. I come to play with him, you know, to learn from him, and then yeah, I think I learned a lot. He's a good guy, very good person, and an amazing player.
And obviously you've had quite a few iconic celebrations during your time at the club. Obviously the phone signals, probably the most famous. Understand that represents the close relationship you have with your mother. If you're okay to just talk a bit about her and why she remains such an important part of your life and career.
Well, yeah. This for my mom, you know. As always, she called me since I'm young and still today. So yeah, so wow, it's like, it's mom. Mom is mom. You cannot describe mom, you know. He'll be in my back, looking after me. So yeah, my mom is everything in my life. Well, now I'm dead, so I'm father now, so I have a little baby as well, you know. So now it's obviously my mom is my mom, you know, and then my baby is my baby.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Moving back onto sort of your iconic moments at the club, in your first full season, you were obviously the man to score the goal to take us to 100 points away to Southampton, final day of the season. Do you feel like that record will be emulated or matched by another team in the coming years? Because it was such an incredible team effort to get there.
Was good season, you know. Was top season. Was our first Premier League together title. So yeah, I remember everything, and I think we had like few games to get 100, and you didn't. And then I'm glad to like I say, I'm glad to be part of this moment, because like I said, I will have never forget. So yeah, was a very good moment. You know, after the game, everyone's celebrate together. You know, was looks like we won again the Premier League. So
Yeah.
You already won, but we celebrate more than when we won. So was one of my favorite moments here.
And it was a lot more closer title race the season after. Managed to beat Liverpool by a point on the final day of the season. How tough was it to retain that title that year, and what were the differences between the 100-point year and then the domestic clean sweep the year after?
If I not miss, was like the last 14 games was like 14 ones, and then if you withdraw one, it's done. So yeah, was very good as well, because you fight to the end, and then the last game, the way it was like last season.
Yeah.
You know, I think last season was the tough moment here, you know, the difficult moment here, but at the end we come back and won. But in that time it was like win to the end, and we won the league.
You've touched on last season's title race. There were quite a lot of similarities, like you say, sort of us and Liverpool going neck and neck the whole way through. That final day of the season, take you back to that against Aston Villa. Is that the most dramatic game you've ever been involved in?
100%, 100%. Cause someone come to me from my family and said after the game, if you have to choose 5-0 or the way it was, I say 5-0. Because you never know. I looked to the TV was 17 something, 71 and 2-0 down. I was like, we have to score 2 quickly, and then we did. We scored 3 quickly. 76 was 3-2, and then sometimes you cannot describe something. It's what it is, And then I think we celebrate a lot because was here and then come here and after go. So yeah, was 100% was one of the most difficult moment for me.
Rewind a couple of years. Another iconic moment for you is scoring at the Bernabeu against Real Madrid in the Champions League. What do you remember from that game, and where does it rank for you among your sort of best moments in a City shirt?
First of all, I was not thinking I will start the game, and then I start as a winger, left winger, and then I was a little bit surprised, and I was like, well, I have played here before, so I'm no mind. I play and then I go full as always, and then I like to play there as well. And then I think it was a very good game by the team. So we played so well, but we cannot score. We missed some few chances, and then they score. And then after we was like a big club as well, like big players trying to win. And then, we play, we attack them, create chances, stay with the ball. So in my mind, it was like we're gonna win the game because we are playing so good, amazing. And then when Kevin crossed the ball, I was like, yeah, I have to. And then I score. And after Ryan suffered the penalty, and then Kevin convert. So good moment. And then to win against this type of team like Real Madrid is always important for the confidence, because they are one of the best clubs in the world. So and then they have amazing players as well. And then to win there in a top stadium is good. Is always good.
You scored 23 goals in all competitions that season. Do you feel like you were playing some of the best football of your career so far during that season?
I don't think so. Because, last season I played in one different position. Like I said, I started to play football as a winger, and then I become a striker. And then I really like to play as a striker as well. And then I played most of the time last season like as a winger, and then the last games as striker. So yeah, I think it was good, very good. A little bit disappointed in the Champions League because the way it was like hard, and then I suffer a lot. For me, I always say I think the first 6 months was so important for me because I adapt. I had so many helps, so I'm grateful with this guys who helped me, like Fernando who was here, Fernandinho, so yeah, they feel me like home, So I think the 6 first months here was the most important.
You've mentioned Fernando and Fernandinho in those opening few months. How important were they, and also sort of the Brazilian contingent in general with Edison as well arriving that summer? How important have they been in helping you initially settle, but then also hit the heights that you have at the club?
A lot. Always we spend the time together. Always we travel together, talking, laughing, being Brazilians, and then, Eddie, Bernardo, Danilo in that time, and then was like every time we was together talking, doing something, and then after Danilo goes, and then come João, come Ruben, Kaique, Lassis as well. So yeah, we always try to be happy. Our people as well is happy. We try to be happy.
When the dust eventually settles, when you've left the club and so on, what do you think will be your favourite memory of your time here at City?
Well, there is a few moments I will never forget. So yeah, it's a difficult question, because I'm happy to live here with a very good moments. I can say many goals. I can say many trophies. I can say the first train station. The first week, the first month, the first 6 months. I will remember forever when I arrived. I saw David Silva, Yaya. This type of players you watch when you was young. Like World Cup 2010. I saw David Silva, and I was like, wow, Yaya as well when he was in Barcelona as well. So I was wow, yeah. This time was everything new for me, and then I chose this.
And we've spoken to a few fans over the last week or so, and obviously you're a hugely popular member of the squad among the fans. Everything you've done for the club. Can you describe the relationship that you've had with the City fans and how much you're going to miss them as much as they're going to miss you?
Well, I think most of them like me, love me, and then I love all of them, cause always pushing. I understand sometimes they're disappointed with not just with me, but with a lot of players, but I think the most of them love me because I show on the pitch. I work hard. I'm glad. I'm happy to be here almost 6 years with them, and then I just say thank you, and I want to them be happy forever because this club is amazing. This club is special. I have a good relationship with all the players, all the staff, with the coach, with everyone at City. So yeah, I wish all the best for the fans. I wish for all the best for the club, and yeah, we in few months we face each other maybe. So yeah, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be a good moment.
Well, you'll always be welcome back at the Etihad Stadium whenever. Gabriel, on behalf of the club and the fans, thank you so much for everything you've given during your time here, and best of luck with your career.
Thank you so much.